Why are people so bothered about log4j? What are the implications? What is the scale of this kind of an attack? Welcome to Money Love and Life. We were discussing about log4j, and here is one more video about the latest update and in detailed discussion about how to mitigate this problem. Over a 1.8 million attacks were observed in the last few days. And this is why log4shell, or what we call log4j, is going to stay for quite long time. IT professionals, after getting the announcement from the security teams, are busy updating, and by the time they were completed with the update to 2.15, there was another new announcement on 13 December where it was told that again 2.15 is vulnerable and it is requested to be updated to the latest version, which was 2.16. 2.16 was again found vulnerable of a DOS attack. What is DOS attack? We'll discuss here. But the point is, the recent latest update is 2.17. And yes, there can be another update in near future because this sort of a vulnerability is very critical, and the researchers are still working on it. So, what we understand by this DOS attack, why do we need to understand this? Is because to understand your environment, whether it actually requires an update from 2.16, if you are already in 2.16, whether you need an update or not. So, it's basically denial of service attack, which means it will shut down your application or the machine, right? And the DOS attacks accomplish this by flooding the target with traffic. Means it will send unwanted traffic, and it will block, it will jam the application. So this will trigger a crash, and the application will not be able to handle the overflow of these attacks. So this is called a DOS attack. So this has been observed in the last updated version, which is 2.16. So it is recommended to go to 2.17. But before that, you have to understand why 2.17 and who are the ones who need to go to 2.17 mandatorily. So we'll understand what is CVE. There is every time a new CVE number that you would see. This time it is 45105. So CVE is basically the common vulnerabilities or exposures that talks about, that addresses a specific security issue. So this CVE is in regards to the 2.16 version that was rolled out, and it was again found uncontrolled recursion from self-referential lookups. So it was found that it cannot protect the application. The new version 2.16 could not protect from uncontrolled recursion from self-referential lookups, which means the attacker could control over the map data, right? And this results in the denial of service, which is DOS, when a crafted string is interpreted. This issue has been fixed in log4j 2.17. So log4j 2.17 thus emerged, and the severity we discussed right now is high, and it is given a high score of 7.5. So we have discussed how severe this is and what is the way out. The way out is to upgrade to 2.17 to avoid the denial of service condition. The recently issued version 2.16, urgently released after 2.15, it was saying that it was very hastily brought by Apache, and obviously it turned out to be deemed incomplete, contains a denial of service bug developers had found. So what exactly happened is further described here. If a string substitution is attempted for any reason on the following string, it will trigger an infinite recursion, which is why the jam happens and the application will crash, right? So issue with the versions 2.14 and before, let's just take a quick look back at the issues which initially triggered to all the discussion. So 2.14 and before, the vulnerability was in relation to exploitable remote code execution, which has been taken care in the later two versions, 2.15 and 2.16. But then came the other issue, which is about the infinite recursion, which has been taken care in 2.17. So you see the problems are different, and hence the different patches. We understand that this has been taken care in 2.17, but 2.17 runs only in Java 8 version. I repeat, 2.17 only is compatible to Java 8 version. So here is again the severity is high, the score is 7.5. Versions affected is anything between 2 to 2.16. So now you can see there is this obvious question that would come to your mind. What if your application is running in a version less than 2? Which means what if it is log4j 1 dot something? So you would find time and again Apache doesn't answer to that question because they have already declared log4j1 as a end of life item for them in 2015. So although it is mentioned that please note that log4j1 has reached end of life and is no longer supported, so vulnerability is reported, so they don't take accountability. If you report a vulnerability in so and so version, they won't hold responsible for that, right? So it is wise, if you are already in the previous primitive version, you should come to the latest version, because obviously the developers of this log4j will not be accountable for the older versions. So they are, that's why just mentioning 2 to 2.16, 2.17, not before 2. So here is the list of previous releases. So till 2.12 it was supported by Java 7. 2.3 was supported by Java 6. However, log4j team no longer provides support for Java 6 or 7. So if you are in Java 6 or 7, if you reach out to the vendor, Apache won't respond to you because they are not accountable for it, right? So here comes the important part for technical people who wants to understand it for the sake of mitigation, for the sake of getting out the application safe. So here is the mitigation plan. So here you will see it is not impacted by this vulnerability, the version 1. But version 1 has its own set of vulnerabilities, which is why it was upgraded to version 2. So although this particular CVE item doesn't impact this version, you have to understand there is other vulnerabilities that was addressed in version 2. So here comes the discussion about version 2, how to mitigate. There are two ways. Either for Java 8 or later users, you can simply upgrade, correct? And in case you cannot upgrade straight away, so there is the alternate discussion over here. So in pattern layout, in the logging configuration, you can replace the context lookups like the string is given with the thread context map patterns. So the replacing of this item with the other item is step one. Otherwise, in the configuration, remove references to context lookups. So lookups you have to remove. So this, you can reach out to your application specific vendor and you can ask for a hotfix, or you can follow a specific step-by-step guide which your vendor will provide. There is a list of vendor documents which is already in public. I'll give the link in my description below, where you would get application specific vendor responses or the vendor documentation, right? Moving on from here, you have to note one important thing, that only the log4j code jar file is impacted, right? So this vulnerability impacts the code jar file, applications using only the log4j API jar file without the log4j code jar file are not impacted. I repeat, only the log4j code jar file is impacted. So when you go and search with log4j item in your application, so you would see there are jar files, log4j type jar files, 3 to 4. If you are saying there is a log4j core jar file, that definitely is impacted. But if you are saying without this core file, the other two, that is log4j API jar file or anything else other than the core, those are not impacted in this vulnerability, in this specific vulnerability CVE item. Also note that Apache log4j is the only logging services sub-project affected by this vulnerability. Other projects like log4net, log4cxx are not impacted by this, which means there are several applications which are .NET framework. So those are not, those will be having log4net. Those are not impacted. You do not have to do this activity for that. Okay, so here is this website where you would get to download the latest version. So suppose you have decided, you understood that your environment requires an update. You want to go to 2.17. Where to download it from? Here, Apache is hosting all the download links for every version. So here you will get the, so I'll provide this link in the description. So no worries, you can simply download. So with this, we have concluded to our discussion about the recent update. Any update and that we get, I'll keep you informed, and hope you have enjoyed this video and this is helpful to bring your stress down. I understand all the security teams are putting a lot of pressure and a lot of importance in updating, because there is every reasons to do that, because this is a critical environment, critical security concern. So hope you like this video. Please support us by subscribing. Thank you.